Check.
Now drop your chest, buddy. I want you to
Break even through.
break you.
What's up?
Break the body.
Yeah, down here in the bar.
When is Money in the Bank? Is it
Drink
June or
Heinekens.
July?
It's this month actually because we haven't had a pay-per-view for June yet, right? Oh wait, when was Night of Champions? Yeah, Night of Champions was May. So
Yeah, they're already doing qualifier matches.
we're doing
so it should be this month.
yeah. Here I'll bring up the who's in the man and women's respectively.
Well, why
respectively,
you
brother.
why you do that?
Yeah,
Why
do
you
your
bring
thing.
that up?
Oh no, it's on July 1st.
Oh wow, right on the first.
What? Oh, okay, whatever.
Wow,
You guys
That
are
means
both
there's-
right. You know what I mean?
that
If
means
it's the
there's-
first
that
day
means
of
that
July.
means there's no pay per view in June. Interesting. They're pushing.
Fuck June.
But oh wow.
Yeah. It's my birthday month. That's rude.
June fucking
Whoa.
Shit.
sucks.
June's awesome.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Thank you.
But
June's the best. It's the best month, really.
I thought while Coach was going to pull out, we would talk about rest in peace, Mr. Iron Sheik.
Cheeky. Yep.
I sent you guys a funny video earlier. The Sheik is always hilarious. We will miss him. He might have been more famous after retirement with his infamous Twitter accounts and the things he would say to Hulk Hogan. People will miss that account.
Longest running feud in wrestling history, right there.
Yep.
Hulk
Oh,
Hogan.
yeah.
Yeah. 45 years, something like that. So
God damn it, Sheik did not finish his story.
I remember seeing.
We just needed one.
Just brought it right back around, man. Brought it right back around.
Mhm.
I just want to finish the story, brother.
Hey, Bubba.
legit athlete, by the way.
Yep.
Legit wrestler.
Badass.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
that
Some
kettlebell
funny
workout.
stories, I
Those
think-
like Iranian bells, kettlebells are apparently like
They're like
No-
clubs, the wooden clubs,
the
and he
clubs,
does like
yeah.
this with them, but they're fucking heavy, I guess. Like you
no
barely
one
do
could
them.
do them. Like yeah,
Yeah.
He's like, you try it. Nah.
There was
No.
a blooper that was going around today. We've probably all seen it where they're Turkey for some reason. Gene Okerlund was interviewing him, and they had this tournament called
the
like
one
the
that-
Turkey Tournament or something like that. And he was like, "What is this?" And it was like a turkey. And he goes, "The Turkey Tournament is all the stupid idiot turkey." And he opens it up and he grabs the turkey by his neck. He's all, "It looks like Hulk Hogan," and he shoves it back in. And then
Yeah.
Gene starts laughing because like, and then he
And then he
pats
spits on the
lid
turkey, he
down,
goes,
and then he goes, "Oh, boom," and he spits on it, and Gene Okerlund starts laughing.
yeah.
Gene
That was super
Gene
funny.
could not hold it in. He tried so hard.
He's like, what the fuck is going on?
I know. He's like, you are high on cocaine.
And then Michael
My
Hayes
God,
told
what
a
the
story on the series that they had on there called Wrestling Legends that started it was either started on the streaming service before the original network or it came aboard on the original network, but it was the Legends table, not the table for 3, but the other Legends table.
Yeah, Legends table
And
where they
Michael
like,
Hayes
Taz
told a
smokes
story
cigar.
about the Sheik where
Yeah, Michael.
when he failed the drug test, Vince brings him into the office and he goes, "Sheik, I gotta talk to you for a second, pal. Yeah, your drug results came back and it's positive." And he goes, "Praise Allah, I told you, I told you." And he's like, no, it's positive, like you're positive for a substance that's bad. And he goes, oh, like, and he just didn't understand that like that positive meant bad. So he was like, "I told all of you." It's ridiculous.
I love that show, man. I wish they would bring Legends.
Yeah, I like that too.
One of the first big breaking kayfabe moments was Iron Sheik getting caught with Hacksaw Duggan for cocaine in the car. Of like whoa, like faces
yeah.
and heels
Yeah,
riding in the
face-
same
yeah.
car, and like that was crazy.
Why y'all riding together? I don't
Well, you
understand.
know when you got to do the stuff, you got to do stuff no matter who you're doing it with,
Yeah, I can't
You
remember.
got the good stuff. Yeah,
Duggan
that's why he's
told the
like
story that Duggan, God, I'm fucking gonna mess it up. But when Duggan retold it on a shoot interview, it was like he had marijuana on him. They both did, but Sheik had like tons of cocaine on him. So like when the cop opened it up, like I think the cop recognized them, but like when he's like, oh, like when he saw the cocaine, he's like, come on, like we can't do this. Like it's a bit much. So they got busted for that.
Was Duggan took blame for the cocaine, or Sheik had?
No,
the
they
cocaine?
both. I think he got the ticket for the marijuana because marijuana was illegal back then too.
Yeah.
So like he got busted for that, but Sheik got, I think, busted for the cocaine.
Oof.
Yeah, and then it was in all the newspapers because like they're hanging. I think they were feuding at the time too. Duggan said so. It was like not good.
He's got the dope, and I got the happy tree.
I'll keep looking for him.
Yeah.
I don't
And
know who
probably
the
the
Iranian guy is, but I'll keep looking for him. Tough guy.
I'm sure somebody
Shit.
can name a different one, but in my mind, the most famous transitional champion in the world was Iron Sheik. beat Backlund just so a month later he could lose to Hogan, and then after that it was like off to the races.
Well, brother, because I train with concrete clubs, brother. I actually invented the idea, and that's why I was able to beat him, brother.
I train with Miller Lite clubs, and they're
yeah.
So,
American Eagles, brother.
Oh, brother. Yeah, brother. We drilled holes in the concrete clubs and poured Miller Lite in there and just.
And it was when he beat Backlund. I remember that was like it was like a cool moment, like where Backlund he legitimately had a back injury, I think, so he had to back off a little bit. But the whole story was he had a bad back because Sheik attacked him, I think, with the clubs.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, when Backlund went to do Backlund's finishing move at the time was like a weird back sunset flip. No, that was when he came back later. He pushed him up against the ropes. He'd fall back and he'd cradle him. And then he would bridge when he cradled, but when he bridged, he grabbed his neck, and then she got up and he's like, aha, and put him in the camel clutch. And it was like a famous scene where he has him in the clutch and he won't give up. And then Arnold Skolin throws in the towel, the white towel, and then Backlund ended his 5.5, almost 6-year reign.
It was,
That's wild.
And then 30 days later, brother.
Yeah, brother.
Pandemonium.
And then where did Backlund go after that? Was he still around? Like, you want to talk about the biggest fall from grace? Like,
for a brief time, but then no, he left. He left quickly after. I can't remember right where he went. He might have went to AWA for a while, but he left relatively fast.
Wow,
afterwards.
He
was one of the ones that didn't like the change at first. San Martino stayed aboard because he got paid money, and but then after a while, San Martino started accusing him of stuff in the background and hated Vince for what he did and thought that he was, which is really odd because all San Martino did is fucking kick and punch. And then he just bashed everybody else for doing the same thing. Oh, no one wrestles anymore. I'm like, well, you never wrestled. You never wrestled at all. And you were super hairy. And that's weird. Yeah. And but all these but he got mad because he knew, but San Martino lived a clean lifestyle and so did Backlund. They were legitimately clean living people. They didn't drink. They didn't do drugs. They put only clean stuff in their bodies. So when the wave of steroids came in, they were absolutely not. And I think that's why stars like them got bitter. Which neither one of them had trouble working with superstar Billy Graham, but I guess when the whole industry went that way, I think they understood that some people in the locker room were always going to do it, but they were champions, San Martino and Backlund, so they were clean and they were white. Yeah, they really thought of themselves like white meat baby faces, and they do everything correct, and it's like a work shoot, their character was like that, and they lived that. And so when the steroid era came in and Vince put it all to show, and it's about, can we get on the news and can we get on this publication and that, I think that really rubbed Backlund and San Martino the wrong way. Backlund, I think, just went quiet for a long time, but San Martino kind of
love his run when he came back as a heel.
Me too. Oh my god! When he turned on Brett on it was on Superstars, right?
You hated him. You were supposed to. It worked.
I remember when
their match was on Superstars of Wrestling, and I remember Backlund slapping his face and putting him in the chicken wing. I'm like, oh, and it was really cool.
Yep.
Looking at his hands, he'd look at his hands afterwards, like he couldn't believe it.
So if it comes in threes, we got 2 or 3 right because Superstar went just a few weeks before, and now Baba. We got one more. Hopefully I'm wrong.
Who's next?
Hogan's next. Oh, that's terrible.
Don't say it's terrible. No, brother, we got to keep him around, brother.
Jesus.
No, we got to keep the brother around.
We just keep getting delicious content from him. He's got to stick around.
We need him. We need
and the one because of his own vices, Ric Flair just keeps going on and on. I don't know. There's going to be an end to Ric Flair.
Yeah, he's going to outlive us.
He will.
He might.
It's 145. He's like, woo, wings.
Yeah,
championship
wings. The greatest wings round.
Good for him, though. And I hope he's enjoying, especially after his coma and all that stuff. Really hope he's enjoying because, damn, what a ride he's had. And it should have been cut short by all, standards. And then he's still going at 70, whatever. He's got to be getting his late 70s now.
I think he's
nobody ever
Hogan,
thought.
Brother. I think he went natural now, brother.
Good brother.
He's
no, he is. They both. He's quit drinking and doing just weed now, right?
I don't know if
they all gravitate to weed.
That might be. But Hogan said he hasn't drank alcohol since January, and he's on a clean diet.
He looks good, dude.
He's lost 30 pounds. He said, yeah.
That's why he's got that boosted confidence. I could do one more match, brother.
That's why you don't drink 2 cases of Miller Lite every night.
Imagine he does.
At your bar, that'll put some pounds on.
It's all seltzers and vape pens, brother.
Good for him. I don't know how he's
I
gonna handle working at that bar,
saw
brother.
I don't remember one of you guys sent it, but it was Jake the Snake talking about having to drive Andre around. That's fantastic this week. Two 24 packs of beers, 48, and he's like, how did this guy not have to one? He didn't have to go piss the entire time we drove.
Oh my god.
And he's like, you want to take your beer home? He's like, no, finished. It's like he drank 48 beers on the way to the match. And he's like, how did he do that? He's like, I wanted to put my hand like to help him up, but like afraid my hand was going to be in piss because he didn't piss at all on the drive. Like, just took 48 beers and pounded them. Like, Andre's stories were just absolutely legendary. Love stuff.
I saw something today of like a story. I don't know if this is real or not, but he fought Big John Studd. Andre did, and
He what?
Andre goes to the mat and he called a front face lock, and so they're laying both of them on their bellies on the mat like long ways, and then Andre has Studd had Andre in a front face lock, and then he said he just heard Andre snoring. And Andre fell asleep in the front face lock.
Oh my
god! And he laid there for like 5 fucking minutes, like sleeping. And they said the match was like 18 minutes long, which Andre never wrestled 18 minutes, especially on a house show. Like, so yeah, he fucking fell asleep.
He paid to sleep in there. That's fantastic.
He's all piss break.
No wonder John Studd had such a. He just hated him, man. Too.
Shit on the bed. Yeah, so he fucked with John Studd anyway. He's like, okay, but you call the hold. Front face lock. Thanks, Andre. No problem.
Good night, buddy.
God damn it.
Good night, buddy.
Good night,
Good
boss.
luck picking me up. Good luck picking me up, Stud.
Wow.
I mean, imagine having to live that life on the road, the size of Andre the Giant. Like, I would drink too. I'd be drunk all the time.
I keep forgetting that I have the participants for each Money in the Bank so far.
Oh yeah. What we got going on?
Money.
We got for the men. Yeah, money. We got for the men's Money in the Bank so far. Cody Rhodes, Damian Priest, and Matt Riddell.
That's a hell of a lineup. That is no B team doing Money in the Bank.
Who knows who else they're going to add to that? Add me. Until now, there's only 3 participants have qualified for the women's Money in the Bank. You got for the women's Io Sky, Bailey, and Mi Shin.
Who is for the men's again? Did you say LA Knight?
I did not, but
you did, but he did. He won his qualifier.
I thought he beat the guy from Street Profits last week.
Wait, he won on Monday, huh?
Yeah.
He beat the guy from one of the guys from
right.
Street
You're
Profits.
right. And then tonight they probably had another one that we probably missed.
Yeah.
Fuck. So this is 3 for 3.
So LA Knight's in there.
It might be Rollins and Balor for the World Heavyweight Champion. It might be Sheamus versus Austin Theory for the United States. Jimmy might fight Roman. Kevin and Sammy.
It's coming. It's definitely coming
against Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser.
And that's in London, right? That's O2 Arena, right? So that's probably 14,000 people.
You know they're gonna go like an NXT pay-per-view as far as match quality pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Out there. And then the ladder matches are gonna be fucking insane, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Actually looks like a good card.
Yeah, it does.
Already.
What's the attendance possibility in the O2 Arena? They're going to England for that one.
Well, that's like 15, right? Well, when they don't they usually go there for Raw, like I think whenever.
Yeah, that's like their common like travel arena over there.
Yeah. So yeah, they're gonna pack it. If certain companies
they'll sell it out for sure.
60,000 for Wembley. I'm sure WWE will get 15,000.
But the O2
for the
good
O2
fans.
Arena.
British fans are usually pretty good.
It's gonna be a great crowd.
Well, they don't get enough of it over there. So when it finally comes over there,
you're excited. I'm glad that they go like basically what. Well, they always go. It seems because they'll randomly have like an overseas like house show tour.
Yeah,
and then they'll come back, and then it's like months later. It's Saudi pay-per-view or whatever, or they'll have a Raw in London. So
and then
cool.
did you hear Forbidden Door 2? Kenta and CM Punk might be a possibility.
Oh, they have to.
Isn't that awesome? I like that
it's
they're
already
better.
Omega and it's already Omega and Daniel Bryan, right?
No, it's Daniel Bryan and Okada.
No, it's Okada.
So that's gonna be
Okada. Sorry, Okada. Yeah.
Forbidden 2 actually looks like it's going to be better.
Dude.
I think it's what they want because didn't a ton of people get injured before the first one? I think it was what they want.
Right, the card was ruined last year.
Yeah.
This already with the matches that they have so far, I'm actually going to order it. So
Daniel Bryan and Okada is going to be fucking wow. Like, they're not going to fuck around. It's going to be
I
good.
cannot wait to see that.
It's going to be snug, my friend.
What?
It's going to be snug.
And then Omega and Will Ospreay again, right?
Okay, so that's probably what it... Yeah, that's probably what it
Yes,
has to
yeah. That's going to be insane, too.
Yeah.
And it's in Canada. So Ospreay actually owes him a win. Would Ospreay lose again? I don't know. To Omega? I think he's got to get one back. But I don't know if they'll let him do it. I don't know.
Well,
crazy, right?
just enjoy the banger that it's going to be, buddy.
Right.
It'll be fine.
Is it is that this month, right? The end of the month? Or is that July also?
Shit.
Let me Jamie
waiting for Jess's phone. How good is your Google skills? Hey Siri.
Hey Siri, tell me what's going
June
on. June
25th.
Damn it. What is that? Sunday. Goddamn Sundays.
I know.
You're on your phone, and you're looking for it, and then you just go, damn it.
Why? Now I actually don't want to get it.
He's looking at his big calendar above his office desk there. Damn,
but I'm going to get it.
Yeah, fucking Sunday.
Damn it.
That sucks, man. Actually, that's a buzzkill.
Even though that's the way it always used to be, but when we were younger, like, and we didn't drink, it didn't bother us at all because we were like, well, then now that we drink or whatever, it's like, if I don't want to go fucking drunk, like, on a Sunday night, Monday's going to suck.
It'll end at 8. I can't be up
because
at 8.
When you were in school, it was fine because it was your like last fucking happy thing before you had to go to fucking school.
Yeah,
and you didn't drink, so but you
didn't have stupid work dreams for no reason on Sunday stupid night.
Oh, Sunday night's the worst.
Yeah, Sunday.
Oh, document. Where's the document? Document.
I think I remember that commercial.
Work dream.
Oh man, document. It's like stupid blast from the past, buddy.
Yeah, that's fucking garbage. But I mean, it's still gonna be worthwhile to watch it. So.
Oh, and then on SmackDown tonight, a new women's championship was unveiled.
Oh, they put on the singles to go back on the men's.
Do you know the name?
They call it the Unified Women's Championship, and it's like it's never been unified before. So
unified. What is going on, man?
According to some of my sources that watch it on
or Universal, maybe it was Universal. They called it. Maybe they call it the Universal Women's.
If it's Universal, that's. I could actually see that. It has to be that.
I'm sorry. It says Women's Undisputed Champion. It's never really been unified. Yeah, that's what they called it. Women's Undisputed Champion.
Undisputed.
So what's Rhea Ripley's women's weight champion?
Oh shit! Yeah.
But hers is supposed to be.
I forget it's Asuka too. Actually,
wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
so did Asuka have 2 belts?
No.
Or they just changed the Raw one to the SmackDown one to Undisputed.
Yeah, it matches Roman's. Like basically, it's a smaller version of Roman's. Yeah, and then Rhea's is supposed to be a smaller version of Seth's, from what I hear, from my sources tell me. My calendar on my wall. Yep,
it'll look good.
Yep,
right there.
My Rhea Ripley fan pages.
Did you see Dom slap the shit out of Cody and hide behind her? Oh, it's fucking glorious. Oh, he was getting booed so bad. Yeah, and then Cody just
best deal in the
business.
Don't give a shit.
Cody just encourages it and goes and gets up. He goes, "Oh, guys, don't boo Dom."
Is that what he did?
Yeah, he's like, "Oh,
I'm
guys.
so glad."
Yeah,
I'm so glad.
Cody's absolute magic. So he's now he's gonna feud with Dominic, which is great, and he'll just keep getting.
I'm hoping for.
Here's another thing.
I hope Dominic can rise to the level of being in the same ring as Cody.
I don't know if it's gonna matter.
I think Cody. It's a challenge for Cody too, because he's got to be that good if he wants to ever be champion. You know,
to bring him up.
You gotta kind of.
I think Dom actually is
Can I throw a weird vibe at you? You know how you guys know how Joe was saying that like Cody's a heel because he wears the suit, right?
Yeah.
You know what else a heel does? A heel wears the cast.
Yeah.
He went to
hit Dom. He's still wearing the cast.
Too. Yep. Yeah, and he knocked Miz out with it after because he was on the Miz
fucking
the Miz show.
Bob Orton Sr. Okay, cool.
All over again, dude.
Just please do.
I think he's gonna go through hard times like we talked about, and it's gonna sour him, and he's gonna be a heel, and that's when he's gonna win. He's not. I don't think he's gonna take the cast off. Like that's my weird. I thought about it when I was watching.
No, because I don't know. Like at this point,
he's wearing the suit. He's getting a little heelish. He tried to hit Dom, but Rhea got in the way, and he knocked Miz the fuck out with it. And it was and the Miz is not. I mean, the Miz is a heel, but he's not exactly the people love him still. So it's kind of like that weird cross where you can get away with it, but it might be that slow burn of churn.
But it's still a heelish move. Regardless
it is a heelish move,
regardless of what Miz is.
Yeah, he hit him with the cast, and I'm just like this. This could be how he does it. He's slowly gonna get soured and pissed off and turn heel on us, and he's never going to take it off, which would be so cool.
If that's what they're going to do, then he's not beating Roman.
He'll beat somebody.
He'll beat Rollins. He'll cheat to beat Rollins, and then there you go. I finished my story, Dad.
I mean,
I'm better than you.
Yeah,
Cody's
I'm better
gonna get
than
a championship inside of a year. We were a year too early on it. We just didn't realize. But he's gonna get it inside of a year. But it could be a heel tactic turn to do it.
That's why I'm saying
it feels like it could. We'll have to see what happens. But
don't let it be Cody. You let it be Baron Corbin. Come on, let's fucking do it. Come on. It's gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, but I think that's where they should go. I think that's where they should go.
You definitely are. You definitely are in a Corbin, and it's not a bad thing. It's just I don't know. There's only so much
how
at the top.
Over the sad Corbin was, and everything he's done.
He's turned into chicken salad, as they say.
Everything they've asked him.
Everything.
Yeah.
He's taken everything they've given him.
People
and made
love him. Like people.
He's like the Miz. He's like the Miz. Like Miz does everything he's asked, and he does it well.
So come on. You have him go back to the Lone Wolf.
I love the Miz. Like the Miz brought out Dom, and he was dancing to Dom's music. It was hilarious. And then he was having a good old time, and he got punched in the mouth with a cast and went down like a sack of potatoes. He did his job, and the Miz is. I don't even want to know if it's underrated, but the Miz, people don't understand what he's done for the WWE for like decades. He's been there forever.
Did anyone see the Miz versus Rollins match where people on Twitter were saying like it was Miz's match to prove he can still wrestle or something?
Oh yeah, they say yeah.
Was it good?
I didn't get
that a Ricochet? I think it was Ricochet.
It was Ricochet.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay.
And he got.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched segments of it, and he got nasty. The Miz can go, but the Miz doesn't have to. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. It's back to the Daniel Bryan, story that we love, and it was burning our memories. We talked about it. Daniel Bryan and Miz pretty much shooting on him on Talking Smack. I don't have to do that. I've never been injured, but if you were gonna hand Miz the keys to the kingdom and tell him to amp it up a little bit, he could do it. He could still do it, but he doesn't have to. So why risk your body if you're over with the crowd? You got enough juice. Do you guys remember when I can't remember if we were all there, but we were at an event where they were taping Fighting with My Family. Do you guys remember that? I know Jess, you were there with me for sure.
Yes, yeah.
And and they had to reset up the ring to look like a Raw ring because that's where Paige won the title, I believe.
Yeah,
and they were setting it up, and Miz and his wife came down to keep people in the stands with bullshit. You guys want to see us dance?
I forgot what show that was. Stars? Was it Raw or SmackDown? I forget.
It was a SmackDown show, but they had to redo the ring.
Yeah,
and they were encouraged. Hey guys, please stick around. We're going to do a filming. You might be in a movie. Blah blah blah. And in order to get people to stay, the Miz came down and fucked with the crowd for like 20 minutes with his wife to get them to dance. And I'm like, they're like, Miz, can you go do this for us? He's like, yeah, sure, whatever. I'll make it work.
I think that was like, in Ontario, right?
That's why he's still there. I think it was Ontario. Mm-hmm. You're right, where the amateur hockey team plays. And I was just like, wow, this is amazing. Like that's why the Miz is endured so much and is endeared by the back and the front, the audience. And I don't know, I maybe I'm giving him too much credit, but he's been doing it forever.
He's one of the best.
Well, who can keep the crowd in their seats with bullshit? Oh, send the Miz out there. It's fantastic. Just saying.
Oh,
no, he is.
Just switching gears for a second, we had a good thread over the last week over the Vice Dark Side of the Ring, Chris and Tammy. So did
oh my god, yeah.
So Jess and I have seen it.
Have
you guys not seen it? Yeah.
No. Is it good?
She's a really terrible person, isn't she? She's
what? No.
Yeah.
She's
really
she's not nice.
She's a real trashy trash.
Remember, I was thinking of John Cena in that Amy Schumer movie. He's like, "You are not nice."
I think he was. Look, they both made bad choices. He was an addict too, but it's just sad because from what everybody says, like he was a really nice guy.
Yes,
and he loved her. And then like when they got famous, she just went crazy. Like she started using a ton and like. Would start sleeping around on him. They split up for a while when they were in WWE. She would like hang out and date Shawn like right in front of his face. And like there was a story that her brother told where they were at a hotel room and Tammy was like drunk and sitting all over Shawn Michaels and getting provocative with them and kissing him. And then, they were split up at the time. And Chris was in the room. And like his brother just pulled him outside. He's like, "What are you fucking doing, dude?" He's like, "Let's go. Let's just get in the car and go." And he's like, "No, like I brought her into this world. Like I need to take care of her. I need to make sure she's all right." And he loved her like more than anything. And they always fucking sucks, man. Because
it's very
because he was so talented too, man. Like especially his ECW stuff was so good.
Oh,
and you know, Jim Cornette basically gave him a start in Smokey and like all that. Like you know, it was just really like. He's really awesome. What we saw at the Body Donnas was nothing in the WWF. What he could do, he could do so much.
There's a scene in Viceland when within 10 seconds, all 4 dudes. It shows how like loved he was. Like started tearing up. So it was like, it was Cornette. It was
Lance Storm.
It was his partner Tom Pritchard, his partner Body Donnas. And I think there was like one more, but they all like boom, 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 boom. Like they didn't. They're like Chris dies. Oh, Chris who? Because we just talked to him. And they never thought it would have been Candido. Yeah, he was well loved.
So just what you're talking about, that protection. It's very much what Macho put on. Put on his wife to be ex-wife. Even though Elizabeth was no longer his wife, he would still make sure that she was taken care of well after the relationship ended. And WCW was very clear that take care of her. Like don't mess around with that. Yeah, I think
and by the way,
always had that soft
and that piece of shit, Shawn Michaels actually badmouthed Candido in the locker room too to make it worse, knowing that he was doing things with Candido's longtime girlfriend right in front of his face. He wasn't satisfied with that. He had to also poison the political waters for Candido and make sure that he stayed in lower mid card because he's Shawn Michaels. Why not? Yeah. Like what I fucking hate him. I hate Shawn Michaels. Like that's why I hate him so much for that back in that time because he was really a political monster. Like he really was.
He killed so many careers.
He totally did. Like
he deserves everything. And he deserves that cross-eyed he has. He deserves his fucking ball.
Cushy job at NXT running creative.
Motherfucker. He's doing
he
a
really
great job,
deserves
that. He's actually doing a pretty good job.
Okay, he did the second half right. Okay,
I mean, the really
weird
damage
in this first fucking 30 years though.
That's why you had to find God, I guess. I mean,
that's bullshit.
A lot of them do that after they've made
it's for a guy who was a shit stirrer and always came out on top, even during his addictive years. It's real easy to be a good guy in the second half, isn't it? Like when you pissed on everybody, basically, and the only time that he ever got put in his place was when Triple H was in Higher Power. When he came back at that was Raw or SmackDown, he showed up at 99, and he was in no shape. And then like Triple H is like, "Get out," and he's like, "Fuck you, I made you," and like left, and then fell asleep in his soup. And then that's what he said.
I made you, Hunter.
That's what he said on his documentary that like he used to fucking take soma, like multiple somas.
Oh, and his wife
have wine with dimmer, and he'd pass out in his fucking soup, and his wife had to take him up, put him fucking, and he doesn't remember any of it. And then finally, she's like, "I'm gonna go. If you don't straighten up your life, I have to go." And she's like, "Here, read this book." And then he's like, "Oh."
And then he found God.
Oh, there you go. Hey, whatever. Yep. Hey, if that legitimately helps him,
if he's legitimately a good guy now, and he is like, it seems like he's passing on his knowledge.
Talent,
I respect that.
Yeah.
As far as we know, he didn't commit any crimes. He didn't do anything horrible like that. He was just a terrible person. I'm not saying that's right, but it's not like he was, into criminal activity or anything that we know of. So he got off lucky.
He killed dudes, Jess.
He just killed somebody.
He just killed
both. He killed a guy.
He was a serial killer.
For a little bit.
I killed a guy with a trident.
Yeah, I've been meaning to talk about
It was nothing that I hadn't heard before in the documentary, but it was really sad and it's sad for Sunny. I mean, she's gonna rot now because she rear-ended while she was drunk. She rear-ended a 75-year-old person.
She's still being a piece of shit, so she deserves it.
Yeah, she is, and she's probably she's gonna be in jail for the rest of her life, and she should be there, and so she shouldn't not gonna hurt anybody anymore. Because her last thing was she was drunk while driving on a suspended license, rear-ended a 75-year-old person and killed them.
It was like her boyfriend's car or something.
So yeah,
Oh, I didn't know the person that passed.
She ain't getting.
Oh yeah, no. And it was like, remember, there was literally she had a DUI every 3 months. We would hear, and kept getting popped and kept getting out. And,
I'm telling you, man, like it's the same stuff with the people we hear today. Like, it's only a matter of time if you continue to let them drive. They're going to kill someone. Again, I bring up an Uso. I bring up a Hardy Boy. It's going to happen if you continue to find keys to someone's car.
Sonny did.
And now, and with Sonny, it happened. And that's terrible.
Sonny did it for him.
Absolutely terrible. Like, how many times do you have to get pulled over
Yeah.
and be under the influence to be like, you can't drive anymore, and if you do, like the consequences.
And you know what the sad thing is? This is going to go off way on a tangent, but the sad thing is it really just goes to show that if you have money and you can get good defense, like you're fine. Of course. Because like Hardy shouldn't be walking around. I'm not saying Hardy should be in jail, but he shouldn't fucking ever be in a position where he could do that again. Even the Usos, the one Uso for as many times, like they can do it right now if they want to. And it's like, how are you continuously allowed to do this? You keep walking free somehow. Yeah, you're paying a lot of money, but you also make a lot of money. So if you got a lot of money and you got a lot of good representation, you're fine. Like, it's bullshit. If any of us did that, we'd be already in jail. No license for forever. We'd never be able to touch a car again. If we did, we'd be right back in jail. Like, it wouldn't even be... We violate parole for a fraction of a second, right back in jail, like, for any one of us. So it's true. It's frustrating to hear that, because it's like, it's juicy stories, but it's like Dave says, it's going to lead to someone dying, and, you know, just it has to stop. And it seems that wrestling's better off for it now. There's a lot less people who use and do that stuff, you know. So I hope it's a lot cleaner than it was. But yeah, that story about those two, it really, and Tammy, like, you know, I've heard many stories about her, especially from Cornette, about how she loved wrestling. That's how she met Candido. She was in the front row at one of his independent matches when he was first starting out. That's how he met her. And so she loved wrestling. She went to her local gymnasium or wherever it was to watch the indie. She loved professional wrestling. And even Cornette came in and said she could cut a promo like nobody's business right off the bat. Like, she knew facts and things, and like, that a lot of people respected her about it. You know who hated her guts is Paul Bear. That was like that's a known thing in WWE. Like, Paul Bear fucking hated her guts.
Why?
They fought all the time. Cornette said they fought constantly. Like, they never got along. Paul Bear always like called her names. Like, he's all whatever whore. Like, and all that. They fought all the time. Yeah,
I can totally see it. I don't think Paul Bear was a very nice person. It doesn't look like it.
I could see it from our experience in like elsewhere. When he was. Wow.
He could have also seen what she started to do as well behind the scenes, and he was just like, "You bitch!" Like, he could have liked Chris and just been like, "That fucking bitch!" Like, so don't do that.
He was a good guy. He may have been a little crude.
Taker, you need a female manager, right, Taker?
Yeah, you stupid whore! And he goes running in the locker room, like with a towel around his waist because he was in the shower.
It's like,
No. Get out of here, Frank.
And just seeing her, the young photos, remembering how popular she got when AOL was in its infancy and the internet was in its infancy. Yeah. She was downloaded female in the US. Like, it was crazy. Like, she was, I mean, everyone loved Sunny. She was just on a mission,
wasn't she? As soon as she met Chris Candido at that first show, she was just on the mission from there on out.
She was, that's what they said in the documentary. She was extremely ambitious.
Yeah.
So, whatever it takes.
Sure. Whatever.
And you know who doesn't come across great in that documentary? And we, I think Jess and I exchanged text, was Paul Heyman. When they were in ECW and they both had a drug problem.
The more stories I hear about
Paul
ECW,
Heyman said, you can keep your job, but we need to do like a one-on-one, like almost like a shoot video that we're going to put on ECW, and she cried and broke down about her addiction, blah, blah, blah. And then when they kept their jobs, they put them in an office job and made them do travel. But as ECW was going out of business, they had to put it on their own American Express card. So Paul Heyman like stiffed them for like tens of thousands of dollars while they were still addicts and while they were still working for ECW.
Yeah. So basically, it came out that they were addicts. So he said, why don't we do a documentary and tell everyone in your own words? And then the people like Tom Pritchard that was talking, he was like, in WWE, if they did that, it would lead immediately to them going to rehab and then filming the success story of them coming out. Paul didn't even do that. He just filmed it so he could air it and get a rating and get some attention. And then he took them off TV to suspend them. But basically, he's like, hey, you guys will be my travel agents while you're off. So you're in charge of two well-known addicts. He says, you're in charge of getting the talents plane tickets and shit and flying them place to place. And I don't have a company credit card that I could use. So you put it on your own personal cards and I'll cash advance you and give it to you so you can pay it. Well, they're addicts, so it's probably a combination of he stiffed them and they probably weren't putting the money back on their cards. They were using it for other things. So it's like you just pretty much set them up to fail. You hire two addicts to be your travel agent, which makes no sense at all. And it's completely irresponsible on his part. Now, that's just other people's stories of what was done. I mean, I think it was widely known that they were in charge of travel for a while they were suspended. But I hear shit like that about Paulie all the time. And he's just a swindler. Like, he just always has been a swindler, like super genius. No question about that, man. Like, that guy knows how to write wrestling storylines, but stiff people.
Shits that we're talking about involved with Chris Candido. How about Chris Candido? One of the best factions, Triple Threat.
Hell yeah, I love
Chris
it.
Candido, Bam Bam, and the franchise.
The franchise.
I didn't know Bam Bam was the third part of Triple Threat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Interesting.
That's what a great fucking faction right there.
And let's not gloss over the fact that Candido's fucking finisher and smoke. It was ECW for sure, but I don't know if he came up with the Smokey. Was a goddamn powerball off the top rope.
Yeah.
Like it was fucking awesome. Like,
it's featured in the ECW opening for the TV show.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. And Lance Storm was saying we fought each other for months, and one of us was taking that power bomb off the top rope every single night, me or him. Yeah. And we just did it for night after night after night after night.
Still can't believe like Lance Storm is in the shape he's in, like in a good way. Like he's still
Storm's he's in great shape.
Yeah, still out there training others and holding this game, but like wow.
Does he still have his podcast?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. Probably. Everybody does. Look at us.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, if we've got one, Lance Storm has one.
Lance Storm's got a podcast.
You've seen that one guy, I've sent you the videos of him on YouTube.
One guy.
Great Kabuki?
The YouTuber guy that
Ahmed
goes
Johnson.
to the bodybuilding shows and he asks
Brad
their
Armstrong.
weight and height.
Oh, we asked him if they like their
LeBron.
weight, see if their height and weight is right.
He went to I guess at one of the Arnold Classics they were having a Lance Storm and someone else was there as agents for Impact, and they were letting people try out. And he walked up to them. He's he's playing a different character. He's all, why are they fighting? Why are they fighting in there? And Lance Storm's all, it's a pro wrestling tryout. And I forgot who was with Lance Storm. It was another wrestler for Impact. And Lance Storm was kind of just focused and he was getting pissed. And he's all, what are they fighting there for though? He's all, do I need to go get my AR? So why are they fighting? And then I forget who it was. The other wrestler pulled him aside. He's like, hey man. He's all, you doing this for YouTube or you have questions? Fine. He's all, but you can't be, coming over here and telling him that you're gonna go get your AR because you see two people that you think are fist fighting. This is pro wrestling. He's all, oh, so what do you mean? They're fighting though, right? He's all, no man. He's all, it's. He
was trying to get him to say it was fake, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He's all, it's good. He's all, but what are they doing in there? He's all, do I need to go get? He's all, it looks like he's all, she's punching her. He's all, do I need to go break this up? Yeah, it was fun. But Lance Storm was getting pissed though. He was getting super pissed.
So there's a different guy.
I would be annoyed too, man.
The guy that asked them their weight and height, is that the same guy that would go around asking if they were clean, or is that a different guy?
Yeah, he has a bunch of different characters.
Okay.
So that was
that's that guy. Yeah, I know that guy.
That was the red.
Mark Strowman got really pissed at that.
Some of them go, no, bro, look at my hair.
No.
I'm 25 years old, and he's almost near bald. He's like, no, bro, look at me. I'm 27 years old. He's like, you're 27? Like, yeah, I use. I'm like, oh my god.
That guy, he does a good one, the Russian, where he's all tatted, his face all tatted, and he's a Russian gangster.
That's yes,
fucking funny too.
I saw that one.
He does a bunch of different. Yeah, he'll go to those shows too, as that character, as the Russian gangster, and he'll do the I want
to watch the big Russian guy that makes people return their carts.
Yeah, I saw that this week.
That's the guy. That's the guy.
Was the same guy?
Oh, really?
That's the same guy.
He's that fucking huge.
That's the same guy. Yeah,
he
that's
is
the same guy.
so yoked.
Yeah, that's the guy.
They
that
pushed the one guy that scared the young guy, probably in his young 20s, whatever. Yeah. He rolled down his window halfway. He's like,
I'm sorry, man.
Hey, what's going on, bro? Like that. And he was like, you get your card. Yes, go get your card. He's like, absolutely, man. I'm really sorry. I'll take care of that for you. And he gets out and runs it back or whatever.
No, remember what he said too? He's like, why didn't you do it? He's all, yeah. He's all, I tried. He's all, you didn't try. I watched you walk into your car.
You did not try.
Fucking funny.
Cars don't go there, bro.
Man.
That was so funny.
He did it. You know who was actually who came off really as a real cool person in real life is Mojo Rowley, because he went up to him and then Mojo, oh man, he's all, I'm a fan. And he's like, what's your height? And he's all, I'm 6'3.5". He's all right, let's check. And he's all, you're 6'3.5". All right. And he's all, what do you weigh? He's like, maybe 265, 270. And then he's all, 272. He's like, all right. And Mojo's all, man, I love your stuff. He's all, I'm a big fan. Mojo came off as a really likable person. I actually hope he comes back. WWE.
So I was thinking the skinny punk YouTube kid, not this really, the guy who we're talking about it in all these videos is the most jacked.
It's that guy.
Huge,
it's the Russian guy.
Intimidating.
The
and so is he Russian then, or is that a character?
That's a character. He has all different characters.
Guys, I got a chef. Hogan posted on.
Oh no! What did you
brother?
Oh, brother.
Here it is.
I wanna hear it.
WrestleMania 3 when I slammed the Sheik, brother.
Can we play Hulkster in Heaven off his WCW album while this
pushing
happens?
5,000
you
pounds.
want me to read it, or is it lame if I read it?
No,
Just do it. I want to hear it because we got
Today we honor the legacy of a wrestling icon. Rest in peace, Iron Sheik. The wrestling world has lost a true legend, and Sheik's contributions to our industry will never be forgotten.
What?
I'll always cherish the battles we had in the ring. Our matches were intense, and our rivalry was legendary. We shared a bond that only fellow wrestlers can understand. Iron Sheik's unique charisma, undeniable talent, and unforgettable personality made him an unforgettable figure in the hearts of wrestling fans worldwide. His legacy will continue to inspire generations of wrestlers to come. Rest in peace, Iron Sheik. Rest in peace, Iron Sheik. You will always be remembered as a true warrior of the ring. Brother.
Well, nice.
Yeah,
the beginning literally sounded like WWE fucking.
It did, like a boilerplate.
The paid contribution story. Yeah.
Hulk Hogan and Hulk Hogan
Trail
Enterprises in
Iron
association
Sheik.
with Hogan's Bar.
One of the comments said,
Fondly
Iron
respect.
Sheik loved you to death, Hulkster. He told us every day on Twitter.
I was gonna
brother,
make a
I
joke
know.
like, "P.S. My ass hurts" from
Yeah, WrestleMania, brother. I slammed the Iron Sheik, brother.
But they had a moment on the Howard Stern show when like Sheik was going at him, that they broke kayfabe for a second. Said, "I love you, brother," and he said, "I love you too," or something like. Was it? How real was it? Do we know?
I think Sheik just did it for show.
Yeah.
Because they got inducted on the same stage together. They went in
Yeah.
the same class together.
Yeah, it's fun.
It was all just Sheiky, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, Howard had Sheik on a lot during those years too, just messing with him. And Sal would always call him as Macho Man. He's like, "Oh yeah, Sheik," and he's like, "Fuck you, Savage! Fuck you!" Like he's just always yelling at him. He's like, "God bless Elizabeth. I love Elizabeth, but fuck you, Randy Savage. Fuck your dad. Fuck your brother." Like he would just run him down. So fucking funny.
I just wonder at the end, like they would end it at a commercial, and Sheik would walk off. Was that good? Was that good, Howard? Was that good?
He did, yeah. One of the things he's always, "Was that good, sir?" Like that. He's like, "That was perfect."
Aw.
Okay. My money at the door, yes.
Yeah.
Sheik actually seemed like a legitimate nice person.
Yeah.
He did. He did
I
actually.
think he's really playing. He's playing the part. What you gotta love.
Which
He did it all the way
he's
to the
old
end.
school. He's old school.
And I
that's
think
why.
his son is the one that
Respect
managed
that.
his social media, right?
I can't recall.
I don't-
Sheik's son, I
don't
think.
know.
Yeah. So I think that probably to stay close to his dad, he probably just let's fuck around. Let's keep you on social media. Okay.
Totally, it kept
Yeah.
him relevant way longer than expected.
Yep.
It was
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know Sheik was on Jerry Springer. They had a Jerry Springer clip where he was on fucking Jerry Springer. I didn't even know that.
I did not touch her. Like, you're not the father. No.
What the fuck?
I don't even know the Jim Duggan. Never been in that car. No, Jerry.
Never-
No coke. Never do
No
that.
powder. That's
Only-
why they were on.
He was. I mean,
Only
once his
pill,
stomach
no
started
powders.
getting out of control, it was hard to watch him like in '89 on or whatever because he got really his hips were bad. You could tell. Well, wearing those fucking platform shoes with the curly fucking things for all those years, like he just couldn't walk after a while. It's got to be hard. And then, but before that, like when he was in shape, like Sheik was a badass. Like,
Oh, yeah.
the belly to belly suplexes he was doing in like the late '70s, early '80s, nobody was doing that stuff. And he was like suplexing people, and he was super athletic.
By the way, Jess, according to many sources, the Sheik's Twitter account is handled by the Megan brothers, Paige Megan and Ian Megan. They're a pair of Iranian Jewish twin brothers, Bar Mitzvah Kings of Toronto. They're called, and they manage and create all of Iron
That's
Sheik's
cool.
online content.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's cool. Somebody
So
was a fan.
His managers said, "Hey, let's do this." Yeah,
Nice.
so that's what it was.
Well, Sheik,
That's cool.
baby.
Man.
Rest in peace,
Yes.
Sheiky.
It worked. That's all I gotta say. It worked.
Brother. Iron Sheik, brother.
Hang it up, brother.
Should we
End
leave
of
it
the
there?
Podcast, brother. Yep.
Yeah, that's a good way to end it. I'm glad we didn't talk about Tony Khan or any of them. So.
Because this is my favorite episode ever.
I'm just messing. Just messing.
He
I
filled
said I'm over
Wembley.
Forbidden
He's so-
Door.
he's
Actually,
so
oh, no, wait,
because-
we talked about Forbidden Door actually. So,
Yeah, we
we're
did,
fine,
we
we're
did,
fine.
yeah.
Shut.
which
we're
I did
fine.
say I'll buy it, but now that's on a Sunday. You know.
All right.
I think he's a
I'll
great
Talk to you
promoter.
later.
Did he win promoter of the year? Cuz?
And that's enough.
Just
No.
end it now.
No.
End it now.
All right.
And stop.
Stop.